Hey, what's up? Josh here. Today is day number 7. 7 days straight of creating content and highlighting amazing individuals that I'm working with and some amazing projects that we're working on as well. Of course, husband, father, try to be a man of character, author, and businessman. And today I just wanted to show one of the primary services that we offer here at Mozo Marketing. Even though we offer a number of different services, and maybe I'll go through each one a particular day of the month. But primarily, we offer web design. In particular, we create web designs that turns browsers into buyers, patients, voters, donors, and so forth. And even though a lot of our sites may look different visually, but there's always going to be some consistency in the way in which the sites are created because we utilize a StoryBrand framework in creating our projects. So, in case you don't know, StoryBrand is a particular framework that was created by Donald Miller, author Donald Miller, fiction, nonfiction, but he created a way to be able to visually tell stories and to verbally tell stories in business environments. And so, whether you're giving a speech, whether you're a sales call, web design, or whatever the case may be, you can incorporate these effective principles that's been tested throughout time, which is storytelling, to be able to increase conversions, increase influence, and so forth. So that's how we create our sites. And I'm just going to highlight some of those points within the story brand. So first and foremost, we want it to be we want to make it very clear that people are in the right place within milliseconds. So if you're looking for a website that turns browsers into buyers and the voters, so on and so forth, then hey, I'm at the right place. It's nothing cute. It's nothing that's extremely creative. It cuts right down. Gets rid of the noise, and it states, hey, if you're looking for this, we provide that. And then um, so we have that. First and foremost, we try to give some additional testimonial and some credibility points. So even if you don't scroll, just based on the number of projects or the number of reviews or the number of time, the amount of years that you've been in business, something that might be able to exude some credibility. Another thing that you're going to notice is that the primary call to action is always going to be reinforced. So, when people come to a web page, unless it's just a brochure, you just want them to get some information, you really want them to take action. And, sometimes people have so many options for people to do or for people to take that sometimes people doesn't take any. And there's a saying that, if you confuse, you lose, or a confused mind never buys. There's a few different sayings that are out there, but nonetheless, we want to make sure that we want to reinforce the main thing that we want people to do. And of course, in our case at Mozo, is going to be to contact us. And as we scroll down, we kind of start off with the problem. There's no need to present a solution if people don't have a problem. And then so we want to really tap into some of the problems that people have experienced themselves or problems that we know exist in the marketplace in general. We kind of want to highlight those and just not long. Many web design companies often fail to meet expectations, miss deadline, quality concerns, budget overruns, poor communication. So those are some common frustrations that a lot of my clients, and I'm sure other clients who's getting these kind of services done, are experiencing. But here's the solution. Here's how we help you to succeed: by story brand strategizing, web design and development, graphic design, and copywriting. And as you can see, there's not long amounts of text, in particular on a homepage. Your site needs to be created in such a way where it can be scanned and people still able to get the gist and the quality of, or to get a clear understanding of what it is that you provide and how you're able to help them to get from where they are to where they want to be, which in the story brand framework, that would be considered the plan. And then here's our plan, how it works. You know, a simple, proven process to ensure your project is delivered on time, on budget, and exceeding expectations. Number one, hey, let's get on the same page. Number two, we'll deliver the strategy. And number three is you'll enjoy the results. Sometimes people present these 10-step plans, these 22-step plans, these, I even seen a 100-step plan. And you know what? In order for you to do what it is you do, it may require 100 steps. But people don't want to be trying to process 100 steps, in particular when they're trying to make a choice. People don't want to seem like, hey, getting involved with you is going to be this gargantuan situation and undertaking. You really want to chunk those pieces of that process into three, which would be the most ideal number for presenting any kind of information. To be honest, three is the number. But if you have to stretch it to four, hey, here's a 4-step process to get from point A to point B. Use 4 steps, but never use more than 4 steps. This is a point blank period. And if you can, try as hard as you can to only have a 3-step process. So anyway, and then start on your project. Then we have some testimonials. Testimonials, of course, reinforce the feelings of others, the experience that other people have had working with your company, and it increases the credibility that people have had. And then, there may be, some of the language, the copy that we're using, being the guide and not being the hero ourselves. Is also a major point of the story brand process as well. And I'm just going to find a few. I'm going to show a few other examples. So this is Coach Kim Adams, an amazing volleyball coach down in the DMV area. 150 plus athletes go to college under her program and mentorship, trusted by over 300 families, 15 plus years of experience, and she's a former D1 volleyball athlete herself. Master your skills, dominate the court, get recruited. Book your first session, book your session. So once you see, hey, once again, that's that call to action being reinforced. Hey, when hard work doesn't match results for parents, you're investing time and money, but wondering, is my athlete actually improving? You see them putting in hours, but game day performance doesn't reflect the effort. For athletes, you're working hard, but making the same mistakes over and over. Coaches tell you what's wrong, but not how to fix it. So that, once again, hey, we're presenting the problem. But then, of course, after you present the problem, here's the real cost, then boom, we have the solution. That's different by design. Meet Coach Kim Adams. So you see how we're framing that, reinforcing individuals to book the session, book your first session, book session. Here's the plan or the process. Number one, book your session. Number two, drilling into the fundamentals. And three, see immediate improvement. That's what parents want. That's what athletes want. Here's some of the things that you focus on. So you continue to scroll down. Here's what parents and athletes experience. Once again, the testimonials, some of the benefits, immediate noticeable progress, confidence and love for the game, and a proven path to the next level. Book your first session. So here's a realtor. So I'm just kind of showing, some different projects so you can see that it's really universal. So here we go here. This is Danny Gunlock, an amazing realtor here in the city of Pittsburgh. And hey, ready to make a move, list your home with confidence. So the biggest thing that she's trying to find is individuals who are trying to sell their home, not people looking to buy a home, because there's more buyers than there are sellers. So she's really trying to, the main call to action is to try to get the individuals who's actually looking to list their home, to put it on sale, for sale on the market. So this is what we have. So individuals come, hey, are you ready to make a move? You ready to sell your home so you can move somewhere else? Hey, come here to list your home with confidence. Let's meet. So, that's our primary call to action. What are some of the biggest benefits when it comes to working with her? Number one is going to be expertise, exposure, and guidance. So she is very effective at walking people through her process for them to be able to have these results. Here's selling your home could be a daunting task. So once again, this is the problem. Pricing challenges, property presentation, market conditions. So those are some of the highlight or some of the common problems that people experience. Hey, but we're here for you. We're here for you. Our goal is for you to have a seamless home selling experience. Our commitment is to elevate your experience by offering tailored service, from insightful consultation to strategic pricing, marketing, and negotiation. So hey, let's meet. Once again, let's just reinforcing. And once again, here's the process. Let's start with a personalized consultation. Let's prepare your home for maximum appeal. And the goal is a smooth closing process. Let's meet. Curious if your home is ready for listing. There's a quick quiz that was created. A way to be able to capture someone's information, even if they're not ready to uh, reach out and connect with you. She's a host of an Emmy-nominated television show, The American Dream. Once again, also increasing credibility. The testimonials also increase the credibility. So it just keeps stacking it on over and over and over again. So DannyGunlock.com. And then lastly, here's just a trades company. This is a painting by Jamie, Creech Painting. Once again, as soon as you get to the site, residential and commercial painting services. Done right, done clean, done on time. Get your free estimate. Once again, some of the problems. Finding a reliable painter shouldn't be stressful. Messy job sites, missed deadlines, inconsistent quality, contractors who don't communicate. What's the solution? Solution is Painting by Jamie. Makes it simple. Years of hands-on experience and a commitment to quality and craftsmanship. No shortcuts, no surprises, just honest work and great results. Of course, we want to introduce the owner, licensed and insured. Here's the services in which he offers. And once again, a process. Get in touch, get a clear quote, and we get to work. And one of the benefits why you should utilize Jamie's company for your for any projects that you may have. So I said Donald Miller. If you Donald Miller, just to give him some shine. This is the gentleman right here. This is the book, Building a Story Brand. But all these books are incredible. Of course, I have them all. StoryBrand 2.0, Business Made Simple, Marketing Made Simple. So I recommend you get your hand on that resource. And if you need any guidance or assistance in creating a story brand for your company, of course, we would love to be able to assist. And really appreciate you tuning in for today's episode or today's video. And as mentioned, today is number 7, and look forward to connecting with you tomorrow for day number 8.